goes. The admins have been working diligently to try to figure out who's been causing all these glitches, and Nanami has officially joined the Build Divers. Koichi's helping Nanami with her Gunpla, and there's even plans to build a separate Gunpla for Sara. It seems like this could be another episode about introducing somebody to the Gundam franchise, except if it's to ignore the major problem in this episode, I'll try. I know I'm new here, but here's a list of things I want you to do for me! Anybody else see a problem with this premise? This isn't the same thing as the flower-picking mission from Episode 2. Episode 2 showed that GBN was this expansive virtual world instead of just these little interconnected levels. Here, if they needed a framing device to show these different little missions, they could have had it be Ayame getting parts data for her Gunpla, or trying to find things to decorate the force nest that aren't just limited to her room. Things like Momo's cat ears, Sara's necklace, and all the things Riku did to help Ayame, those are acts of kindness. Nanami has a shopping list. And calling it furniture isn't helping the situation. The Game Master is talking to Kyoya about some new problem with GBN, something that's even more dangerous than brake decals. Let's just assume that the admins were able to cross-reference everybody at Tiger's tournament with everybody at the race, and they know the glitches came from the race area and not from the spectator stands. In the real world, this would probably be considered a circumstantial case, and I don't think they would have probable cause for a search warrant. That's from episode 10, where brake decals were seen as a problem, but the priority seemed to be not causing a panic and not punishing the innocent. Now that everybody knows the dangers these glitches pose, the fact that this could actually destroy all of GBN, the Game Master says he's gonna send these guard machines to investigate, because this is a serious threat, and this is a montage of interesting story potential that could have taken up a whole episode. Instead, we just get it in montage form. Riku and Ayame teaming up to fight whatever this is, using only their GBN avatars, would have been interesting. And whatever this mining mission is was a perfect opportunity to show some of the lesser-known underground Gunpla. Instead, what we get is Yuki winning a race, and presumably Ayame's gonna put that trophy in her room. Except Nanami hasn't done anything! In the entire montage, she's cheering on someone else, or she's checking off things on a list. At least they get to relax in this nice intermission area. Riku's looking forward to facing Ogre in the finals of the matching battle. So calm, so quiet, so peaceful. So what's this guy doing?
Do not alter your normal human behavior in any way. You know not the elaborate criteria by which you are to be judged. Ignore my presence and go about your earthly business.
These are the guard machines, here to scan all the suspects to see if they're doing anything unscrupulous. And when they finish their scans, they leave. The way the scans are represented kind of reminds me of facial recognition. The yellow rectangles are focusing in on whatever the guard machine is paying attention to. You might have noticed that some of these yellow rectangles are focusing on not the face. While scanning the in-game assets, the guard machine detects all these anomalies with Sara, so naturally it tries to capture her, leading to... This is so much better than just saying the guard machines can block players from using their Gunpla. This could actually explain how Ayame was captured in episode 5. She couldn't use her Gunpla in the safety area, and she was at a 2-to-1 disadvantage. Sara gets cornered by the guard machine, and in a panic, activates that same force field that she activated in the last episode. Sara's panicking is causing all these glitches that threaten to destroy GBN. Again. But the guard machine seems to be able to survive this, so it keeps trying to abduct Sara, and that's when... Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird! But not just any bird, it's... Surfing Bird takes care of the guard machine and then takes everybody back to her force nest so she can literally stand over them and explain what's going on. Subtle. It turns out Sara's not actually a real physical flesh and blood person. She's an artificial intelligence that was accidentally created by GBN. Surfing Bird explains that this happened because when you scan your Gunpla into GBN, there's a little bit of extra data. Sara is effectively the personification of everyone's love of Gunpla. And Surfing Bird knows this because she's one of GBN's developers. That's why her special force nest can't be detected by the Game Master. GBN was able to compensate at first, but when Sara used her special powers to save everybody from all the brake decal shenanigans, this sped up the process, so now Sara's very existence threatens to destroy GBN. Now that the admins know where all the glitches are coming from, they're gonna come up with a patch to remove the source of said glitches. Riku's frustration is understandable. He's in denial because Surfing Bird just told him his friend's gonna die. The important thing to remember is all of Sara's friends got to know Sara the person before they knew she was this artificial life form. This may seem heartless, but from the admin's perspective, it's not a question of, should you sacrifice Sara to save GBN, because as far as everybody knows, there is no way to save Sara. Ignoring the obvious unplug the cable, there's a reason this wouldn't work. Surfing Bird follows this up by saying that she's confident that she knows more about computers than the admins, in the same sentence that she's telling everybody she doesn't know what to do, so they gotta figure it out. Not only is this relatable to anyone who's the family tech support person, but stuff like this has happened before, and not just with games. Sara's obviously depressed, and at first, the rest of the Build Divers are in denial, and then when they realize, yes, this is a real thing, they're trying to come up with solutions. It seems like Koichi might actually already have something in mind. That's why I'm calling you instead of actually talking to Sara like a normal person would. Sara ran off, and she even left a note apologizing to everyone. And it's actually a good thing she ran off because here's the Game Master with the GBN Inquisition. They're here to apprehend Sara. The Game Master uses his scanning abilities to read the note, and the episode ends with... That's the closing credits song, and while the lyrics kind of work for this situation, the tone doesn't. The Game Master tells everybody in GBN to be on the lookout for Sara. Sara and the rest of the Build Divers saved GBN, and now GBN is effectively their enemy. IMA's shopping list and the tournament Riku was looking forward to are the weakest elements of the episode, and that's the point. This is another case of we were having fun playing video games, and now things are getting serious. I'm cautiously optimistic to see how the final story arc turns out. This is the Hypervisor signing off.